It's coffee time. I'm gonna need coffee for this set today, but I am loving this creamer. If you have any other recommendations, let me know so I could try it out. But let's get into this nail tutorial. I'm going to start by pushing the cuticle back. I just want to disclose that she does have some acrylic pieces still attached to her natural nail. So when I do go in with the sanding band, you will notice that I am, you know, tapping in those areas to make sure I either get rid of it or blend it in really well. So I am going to start with the sanding band at 4,000 RPMs on my e-file. It's a 180 grit, and then I go in with a cuticle bit and then focus around the cuticle area. And you would be surprised how much more cuticle you remove off of the nail plate after you use the sanding band. So I noticed it and I was like, oh, wow, okay. All right, so the other disclosure is going to be about my nails. Um, the last video you guys might have seen, I had some really pretty nails. I had cut them. Okay, so I did a long, beautiful set, and then the following morning I cut them shorter, and then I did the nail art, and that you do see on the video. And I was able to get away with it. It still looked fine. But then I cut them again, and now it doesn't look good. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to focus on her set. So next I want to talk about the e-file. The key thing to take away from using an e-file is that you are gliding the e-file and allowing the bit to do the work. Once I learned this, it was much easier for me to handle the e-file. So I am still very careful with it, but I think that you will notice a difference with that bit of information. So let the bit do the work because you don't want the bit to bog down onto the material or the acrylic or even the natural nail. You don't want to apply too much pressure. I just thought that that information would be helpful right now. But the best thing is just buying one, a good quality one, and going from there. The one I'm using right now is Erica's Journey. I actually really loved her original one, the Erica's MT20, but it was not wireless. So I learned with that one first, and then I purchased this one. The handpiece is a little bit bigger. I do like a slim handpiece. So with that in mind, I would just say consider that. I felt like a slimmer handpiece was easier to handle, but I've gotten comfortable with this one. So, and it works really well. I love the torque on it. Torque is extremely important. Um, so make sure you do your research on that. All right, so I went around the cuticle area, and I'm sure you guys saw that we did remove some more, and that's really helpful for you know, application because you don't want anything in the way, anything in between your natural nail plate and the acrylic. All right, so moving on, I am trying to get rid of any dead skin that's around the cuticle area. Very gently, you guys. Also, my video is somewhat sped up, so if anything appears to be rough or like I'm doing it quickly, just please keep that in mind. You know, let's not judge each other here. I'm just here to help, to share what I'm doing, and in the hopes that it will help you in some way, whether you just enjoy watching the videos or you're learning and taking something away from the video. It is, it's just to share. So we don't need to nail tech shame or work shame or application shame, all those things. If it is helpful and it's constructive criticism, then that's great. It's amazing. But mind your words, because I will delete the comment. Okay? Okay. It's easier. It's so much easier to be nice than it is to be mean. But you all are always so nice. So I always just throw that out there just in case. But you guys are always so lovely down in the comments. And I really appreciate you. All right. So I'm going to measure sidewall to sidewall, make sure the tips fit properly, and glue them on. I am going to use a scissor to cut the nails. I actually couldn't find my nail tip cutter, but it was really satisfying to do it this way. I kind of missed it. But I'm just measuring the nails up against each other. And then once we're happy with the length, I measure them up against the other hand, and you will see how I do that. really quick, I am going in with Mia Secret pH balance and their primer. Um, I love the brush on these. By the way, I love how much surface they cover in that round edge. I love it for gel polishes as well, nail polishes. Just, it's definitely a must-have type of brush. So if you are a brand or anything where you sell products, you should definitely use this kind of brush. But now I am going in and picking up beads and trying to figure out what I'm working with. I said in the last video, so two key things to take away from acrylic application is getting to know your product and working with it, right? It's basically like a video game. So you want to get a feel of the product and how to pick up the size of bead that you need. The second thing is angling your finger down because you don't want to flood the cuticle. That is the hardest thing. Basically, everything else can be fixed, but flooding the cuticle area with acrylic, um, that's tough. So make sure when you're placing that bead, your acrylic is flowing down. And as you saw, like sometimes you make mistakes. Mine was kind of getting on the side there. So you want to at least seal it, go in there and fix it before it dries. Because then, if you don't do that, it's going to be really difficult to blend that acrylic around the cuticle area and seal it to the natural nail. So um, make sure you're watching out for that. So those two things, and you should be good. Everything else can be fixed. You can file, but obviously you want to smooth everything out, fill any dips or any spots that are missing acrylic, which I kind of feel like I missed there on that pinky on the tip. I can see it. And yeah, and that's it. And practice. Repetition is also key. So I'm going to add a third one. Three things. Repetition. Practice and repeat. Practice and repeat. I'm using a size 12 brush, and my dappen dish is a votive candle holder. I got it at a consignment shop. And the monomer I believe I'm using here is Easy Flow. I just recorded a whole clip and my battery died on my mic. So I just plugged it in. Oh my god. All right. So the last thing I said, I think, was I was talking about the monomer I use, the brush, and the powder or the acrylic is by V Beauty Pure. It's in the color Prettiest Pink. And it's been in my drawer. I've been just grabbing it lately. It suits her really well, and I just used it on my last set. And just a really pretty delicate pink. I love it. All right. So I'm going to just let you watch the acrylic application. I am so sorry if this is boring, you guys, because I know sometimes at night I'll talk to my husband and he just falls asleep. Just fall asleep because of my voice. I'm just trying to not put as much music in this video. But if you have made it this far, comment with the notepad and the pencil because it does feel like it's a classroom. I got a comment on my last video. It said, I read all your comments, you guys, but it was, I wish my math teacher was this patient. Like, comment with a notepad. I'm curious to see if you've made it this far, and if you're still here and listening, I can show you some appreciation. Oh, I don't know if you know, you can zoom in, zoom out. You can speed up the video. Yeah, really helpful things that YouTube does. I love it. But I'm gonna let you guys just continue to watch the application, and then I'll put some music on and then I'll come back. application is done. Not perfect, but close. I'm just kidding. You guys, I want to show you this filter on this gelish nail dust collector. It is amazing. I just have to clean it out and then put it back in, and then I'm done. It is amazing. And I love the slim profile on this nail dust collector because it allows me to um, work without, something that's tall or bulky in the way. I do really love this one. Um, I come back to it all the time, and it's still kicking. It's still here. I've had it for like 2 years, I think, maybe more. I don't know. I would need to double check on that, but yeah, it's been great. So I'm going in with the 80 grit file. I'm going to put the shape back in on all 10 nails and make sure my shape is the way that I like it. And then I will go in over the entire surface of the nail using the nail file as a level. Make sure everything is nice and, what should I say? Yeah, I want to say flat, but level. And then I go in with the E file. That's when I go in I use a safety bit. It's by Pana, and I believe it's in medium. Yeah, it's in it's a medium safety bit carbide bit. What the heck did I just say? It's a medium carbide bit with a safety tip. All right, yeah. But if you need to look it up, it's like that. If not, it's on my Amazon storefront. I do go in on this e-file, I believe it's like 8,000 RPMs. Yes, 8,000 RPMs around the cuticle area to seal it. You're just going to glide it over that area, and then you'll see me basically join everything together, like level everything out so that everything is, you'll see. You'll see. I'll say you'll see. I'm a visual learner, guys, very much so. But there's nothing like actually getting in there and doing it and getting a feel for what you're using, because not all products and not all e-files and things like that, they're not created equally. I think it's equally or equal, and you really have to just know um, and get used to what you're working with, and that's just honest. So I don't know if the filing is important to you or if it is boring or something that you skip, but I do leave it in so that you guys can see the process. So I will let you guys watch that, and then I will come back. All right, so we have filed until we are happy with everything, and now I'm going to make sure I dust everything off, and she's going to wash her hands while I clean everything up. We're going to get ready for nail art. I show you the colors that we're using. It's a brown and pink color, and we're going to do the polka dot design trend that we've been seeing. She showed me a picture. Um, Shoot, I will have to text her. But it is not, I don't think it's the original creator. She had explained it wasn't the original creator of the design, but she did choose these colors. So she said she wanted it like this. So I took a crack at it. And now I'm doing it. And it looks so pretty. And the pink and brown against each other look very pretty. I wouldn't have picked it for myself, but it looks so good. And we love the end result. And I will say that I try to build the bow with, well, I didn't try, I did build the bow with um, rhinestone glue, and that was great. But what I was upset about is that I didn't think about mixing the color with the gel or the rhinestone glue so that I can make my life easier. What I ended up doing was I built the bow with the clear gel or the glue, rhinestone glue. It's basically gel, you guys. But I built the bow and then I went over it with the color. But towards the end of it, I don't think it shows. It I actually start mixing the color and building, and it's just easier to apply because gel polish likes to spread easily and it just makes it messy. So if you mix the color with the gel, it made it so much easier towards the end. So I feel like I did a much better job on the second bow than I did on the first one because of it. And I'm grateful it did just because I was out of frame anyways because I was struggling. So I actually do get the second bow all the way in the corner, and that's the clip that I leave in for you to show, which is the better bow anyways. But I will show you how I did it and how it turned out. And yeah, if you have any tips of other ways you could do it, let me know. I love the end result, and so does she, and I hope that you do too. I hope you take something away from this video. Thank you so much for being here, for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right. I forgot to mention that I am curing in between each application, and I also do 2 coats of each color. And we were practicing the dots, and she wanted the dots to look like the same size. And what else? Then I top coated, and I didn't top coat until after we finished with the bows. That's it. Okay, bye.
todo yo brindo, desde lo feo hasta lo lindo. Tú eres una prueba que el mundo a mí nunca me brindó. Quería casarme, yo tan loco en ilusionarme, creyendo en tus besos y tus caricias. La verdad no fue el culpable. Ay, todo tiene un propósito y dejarme será solo uno más. Siempre a medias no he logrado encontrar mi otra mitad. El tiempo dirá, el tiempo dirá. Y cuando la encuentre de ti no me voy a acordar. El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Ahora con quién voy a compartir todas mis noches húmedas. Ahora quién me va a dar los besos como tú los das. Todo es una ilusión y eso lo verás. Tú amabas a Nico pero nunca a Nicolás. Tú eras la oveja mala del rebaño. Tu vicio a la fama sí me hizo daño. Tantas promesas fueron por el caño, porque lo único que cumplí son años. Chica, si te vas y luego me quieres ver, eso nunca pasará. Prefiero otra mujer. Chica, si te vas y juegas otro papel que nunca te quedará, como eso de serme fiel. El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Tú eras todo lo que yo quería. Hoy eres todo lo que quiero olvidar. Tú fuiste bla, 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 y mi inseguridad lo hizo más fácil para ti. El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte